Hello and welcome everyone to Women's Speakers Association, WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of Women's Speakers Association, TV. I'm the author of Social Media Myths Busted, the Small Business Guide to Online Revenue, and I'm a digital media and marketing strategist. Today we have an amazing show for you. I'm so excited, and I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see these beautiful women in all their glory, and we're going to get right to the show here. But today's topic is about making the impossible possible. So that's our expert topic today. Let's get right to it and say hello. Hi, Sheila. How are you?
Hi, Laura. My name is Sheila Unique, and I am from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. It's very cold here. I'm a trainer and a speaker, and I can be found at theuniqueapproach.com.
Wonderful. Let's go say hi to Lynn. Hey, Lynn.
Laura? Okay, I'm not hearing you. I lost you.
Go ahead, Lynn.
I'll keep going. Okay, and I speak about how to implement more fun and more profit into your business, two different ways, one by implementing more fun and one by using profit first.
Great, glad to have you here. And let's go to Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hey, Laura, how are you? I am Barbara Churchill. I'm a leadership coach and speaker, coming to you from sunny and snowy Minneapolis. And you can find me at barbarachurchill.com.
Wonderful. Glad to have you here, Barbara. And hi, Corinne.
Hey, Laura. It's so wonderful to be here. My name is Corinne Lafont, and I'm talking to you from in the Caribbean, Jamaica to be specific. And I'm a speaker, author, and coach. And you can find me at helpdeskja.com.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we have this incredible topic today. And what is that about? It is about making the impossible possible. So I'm going to go to Sheila first. And why don't you give us your advice on how can people achieve their goals and beyond and make that impossible possible?
Said shared with me, I'm working on the wrong problems. For us to have the impossible become possible, a lot of times it's about focusing on what is the real problem. Being in a place where you can, what can you do to resolve it? What can you do to make a difference? It's not about focusing on other people and what they're doing or how they perceive the problem, because it's all based on your energy and how you can make a difference. Make what's possible reality.
By identifying, so what I'm getting is you're saying by identifying the source of the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And then doing what? How do you do that?
Well, when somebody focuses on the problem, let's say with school teachers, they might be focused on there's too many kids in the classroom, too many students, I don't have enough time. If you focus on that whole thing as being the problem, there's many times where you overlook what is the real problem at hand. What can you do to make a difference? How can you pull in support? How can you work with the different teachers to make a change?
So look at the underlying system at hand as well. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, there's many elements that come into play. But you know how if, for example, you have a problem with somebody else and you're focused on what they're doing and how they're doing it, and the energy goes outward to the person. But what can you do to make a difference in your relationship where you're not the one who's bothered anymore? You can just appreciate what's really going on.
Ah, imagine that. What a great changing your perspective on what the problem is and really looking for solutions. I love that. Thank you, Sheila. And let's go over to Lynn. What would you say to someone who's, trying to achieve their goals and make the impossible possible?
Well, I consider the goals of my typical clients are to become more profitable. And I teach them two different ways to do that. One is through more fun. Who doesn't want to have more fun in life? So we want to make the workplace more fun. When the workplace is more fun, the employees are more engaged and you're going to have better employee retention, and employee retention equals profitability. I also teach them through finance. So I teach through fun and finance through finance, I teach them how to use profit first. And that's the whole reason that entrepreneurs go into business, no matter whether you are a 2-person office or a 200-person office. We can use profit first and fun to bring impossible to have fun at work. It's not. It's very possible, and it's very inexpensive. We teach inexpensive ways to do it and make it a process, not just an event.
Well, that's certainly a new twist on making the impossible possible. Have fun.
That's right.
And is that kind of why you have the headset on you do with the ears?
Yes, that's part of, yes, fun. I'm a fun person, and that's just kind of part of who I am. And so when I saw the company called the Fun Department, the conference that I was at, I thought I have to join this. I have to get on this crusade to make workplaces more fun.
Lovely. That's a great crusade. Let's have more fun at work. That's great. And Barbara, what would you say is some keys to making the impossible possible?
Well, we all experience self-doubt from time to time, and it keeps us from playing a bigger game. The key is to learn how to manage that self-doubt. I coach my clients to ask themselves 3 questions to see if the voice in their head is the one of self-doubt, or if it's the inner wise self, it's that knowing that they have. So the first question would be, what am I doing to trigger this doubt? Are they stretching and doing something that they've never done before? Are they hiring someone even though the revenues aren't there yet and trusting that they will be? Anything like that. The self-doubt will shut you down and keep you from doing what you know you need to do. The second question, is this message in your head 100% true? If there is any gray area whatsoever, then you know that that is the voice of self-doubt telling you, no, don't do it. It's really black and white when it comes to this. If it's not 100% true, then you know it's self-doubt. And the third question is, ask if the thought in your head is problem-based or solution-focused. Does it spin? Does it, is it like that thing at 3 o'clock in the morning when you have that same thought over and over again? That is problem-based. You know it's your self-doubt. If it's solution-focused, then it's more about curiosity and possibility. If you listen to your wise voice, bingo, that's the one that you want. You know you're listening to what you should be doing, what will work for you, rather than the self-doubt that keeps you in fear. The word impossible has I'm possible in it. So yeah, the impossible is possible.
Wow. The impossible is possible with confidence, right?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I love it. Well, great. And Corinne, what advice do you have for people who are ready to take the leap and make the impossible possible?
I love that, taking the leap. I am a person who is a risk, I'm a risk taker. And, persons who don't take risks tend to be in a very secure, comfortable environment. And they stay where they are. And that's cozy, that's neat, that's warm. But they look outside and see everybody else doing stuff that they would like to do. And so it makes no sense looking outside and envying what other people are doing and wanting to do it, and you're not willing to cross that line. So you have to be willing to do it. And it all starts in your mind. Everything starts in your mind. I follow this gentleman called Bob Proctor. I don't know if anyone knows him, but he's very well known. He's one of my mentors. If he didn't know it, I'm just making it public that he's my mentor. And he says everything is created twice, in your mind and in reality. So it starts in your mind. And if you don't believe what you have within yourself, because we are born creators, we were put here for a reason. The fact that you are here on this earth, walking, breathing, thinking, interacting, you are here for a purpose. You are here to create. You are here to do. You are here to do the impossible. There's no idea that is given to you that doesn't come from somewhere higher than you. And so you must believe that that was meant for you to take action on and to carry it out. If we didn't have the Wright brothers, we wouldn't be flying from country to country. People wouldn't be coming to Jamaica, wouldn't be traveling to the US and Canada, etc. If we didn't have light, it would be because of Albert Einstein. These people taught the impossible. And here we are benefiting having a worldwide impact because of the impossible thoughts, which became a reality because they believed in themselves against all the odds, against what everybody else said. They went ahead. And so I believe that everybody on this earth has a purpose. And we here, these ladies here, and all the women of Women Speakers Association have a purpose. And so we must ensure that we carry it out and believe and know within ourselves we are here for a reason.
Wow. I mean, the advice we just got, by the way, is gold. I mean, you wrapped it up so nicely, Corinne. I mean, from Sheila, when you were saying, okay, you got to know the source of the challenge so you can be more, save your time and energy and know how to, and get to the solution. And then Lynn talked to us about having more fun with that, right? Bring in the fun, bring on the fun. And here's the fun. And then Barbara, talked about, okay, well, how do you deal with the voices in your head? Because you certainly can't believe in it, like Corinne, you said, unless you deal with those voices that say you don't, right? And her great questions, asking questions really can release that. So, by wrapping that up all together, you really, just summarized that so beautifully, Corinne. We now have the tools, and you just got to take that one next step. Know that you deserve it. If you believe it, you can achieve it, right? It's awesome. All right. So we are now locked and loaded and ready to make the impossible possible. And I'd like to learn a little bit more about you, our experts here today. What do you do? Who do you do? Who do you work with? What do you do for them? How did you get here? Or maybe you have a story about who you worked with. Let's go over to Sheila.
I work with elementary school teachers, and I help them to have clarity, focus, and forward action. And what does that look like when you think about a school teacher and how they're responsible for the students and the parents, and they're responsible to their peers and the school board, and then they've even got their own life. So many times they can lose focus on what's important for them and how to deal with their own stuff. It's almost like teachers sometimes forget that they're human beings. They have to know all the answers. They have to have everything all straightened away. And then they get into real life. Now sometimes that doesn't feel possible. It actually becomes impossible when you think about all the hours that they're putting together, taking their work home. And what I do with them is I have a gift of being able to listen to somebody talk about the challenges that they have, to be able to be in a place where I can say, okay, this is coming more from something you're dealing with at home as opposed to work. Well, no, it's about what's going on at work. And I explain to the teachers that as much as you perceive it's coming from work, there's a lot of things that are going on at home, and it's hard for you to turn off what's going on at home and come to work, be the perfect teacher you can be all day, and then turn that off, and then go home and still be a human being and still be, doing the things that you're supposed to do. I love working. I'm so passionate about working with the teachers because of their responsibilities and how they make a difference. And when you think about it, if a teacher's really stressed, your perception is clouded, everything becomes distorted, they're not even seeing things, and that impacts students. That impacts our future because of how they're relating with the students, and then how they may have relationships break down around them. I just love how helping them to shift their perception to see something different, or like we were talking, bringing the impossible into possible as far as how they can let go of the stress and turn back to the teaching that they so love to do.
Well, thank you for the work you're doing with teachers. I mean, they're the ones who are helping others. If they can make the impossible possible, then they can teach our generations to come to make the impossible possible and really get beyond their challenges and move forward. And thank you so much for the great work you're doing. And it speaks to the advice you gave today as well. And I'm going to go over to Lynn. Why don't you share with us the work you do with fun and corporate and the impact you're making?
Okay, so thank you, Laura. What we do is I started off with Profit First. About a year ago, I became certified Profit First professional. I've owned a bookkeeping firm for about 17 years. And so I help small to medium-sized business owners with their bookkeeping. I do a lot of accounting consulting, helping them become more profitable. And then I was introduced to Profit First, which is a book by Mike Michalowicz. So he chose a few of us to become certified in his program. So I started with that, and then while at a Profit First conference, I was introduced to Nat Measley and Nick, the creators of the fun department up in Delaware, and they help businesses create more fun in the workplace. And creating more fun in the workplace incites better employee retention, better harder work. If you have 15 minutes of fun a week, the rest of the hours, you're going to work harder for that company because you're going to say, I work at a great place. I love working there. We have fun. Once a week, they'll surprise us, or we do these fun things over the internet. There's a lot of inexpensive ways for that, but you have to continue it. Places like Zappos and Yahoo and not Yahoo, Google and places like that, their whole employee force is they're the millennials that want to have fun, that whole new generation coming in. They don't want to just sit in cubicles and work, sitting in front of a computer, not talking, not having fun. They want to have fun, get up and have a paper ball fight, in the middle of the day, get up at 3 o'clock every day and turn on all the speakers and start dancing. It can be as simple as that, just to make a fun place to work. And that makes companies more profitable when you don't have that turnover. So I kind of coined finance. So there's fun and finance. Through fun and finance, you can make your companies more profitable, and they're both inexpensive ways. And they're both easy, but they're both simple, but they're not easy. Like, you need someone to help you with the accountability of those things. And that's what we do, is we go in and we help these companies implement these programs, and then we're their accountability partners to make sure that they continue to do them.
Wow, finance, I like that a lot. And, you don't think about it. Fun seems easy, but it sounds like it really does take a commitment from the organization to do. And who would have thought, fun and work would go together, but the new generation coming out really made that, important and prevalent. And I wouldn't say who would have thought, because, when I was in corporate America, we did some things, but it wasn't to the extent that it's really being brought in now. Really have fun, not just help boost morale here and there. That's
right.
great.
It used to be a 2-year event, your holiday party and your company picnic. But then the rest of the year, everybody was miserable. You didn't talk. You didn't get to know each other. You didn't get to know your likes and dislikes. So we actually explore the culture of the company through the employees and lots of surveys to find out what is fun in their mind. Because what's fun to me and what's fun to you can be two different things. So that we consider the 3 C's of the laws of fun are consistency, company time, and compliancy. Obviously, all of the events have to be HR compliant. So we make sure that all of those things are in place. And being on company time, not saying let's meet 5 o'clock Friday at happy hour. Everybody's going to go home. They want to be with their families. Even the fun thing could be, hey, everybody, it's 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Go home. Go home and have fun with your family. It doesn't even have to be in the workplace.
I love it. I love that it becomes a cultural conversation. So thank you for the great inspiration to bring fun into work. Even if you're a solopreneur, why not have some more fun, right?
Absolutely. Turn the radio up. Get up and dance every half hour. They say don't sit for more than 20 minutes at a time. Well, get up and dance. Do some jumping jacks.
All right, great. And I want to just give a shout out to all of you watching on Facebook. I do see your comments. Hi, Jan. Jan Whiting says, hi, Corinne. And thank you for being here. If you have comments, we posted here at Women Speakers Association the video, so feel free to comment, and we're happy to hear your good words. And let's go over to Corinne and check out what you have to say about, how did you get to, who do you work with and what do you do, first of all?
Okay, well, as I mentioned before, I'm a speaker, author, and coach. So I work specifically with authors. My company is a self-publishing center. It's under helpdeskja.com. So I help authors to really express themselves. A lot of people have been coming to me, they have a book within them. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a story. As much as they feel they have nothing to give to the world, they do. It might not be something that probably happened to them, but through their family, how it impacted them, they can share that story. And a lot of persons have been coming to me and say, I have a book, or I have something I want to share, but I don't know if anybody will be interested. And I'd be like, of course people will be interested. Even if you impact one person's life, that makes a difference. Because I'll tell you something, when I always wanted to write for the newspaper here in Jamaica. It's called the Jamaica Gleaner. And it didn't matter to me which newspaper it was. I just wanted to write for a newspaper. But living in Jamaica, obviously, that is one of the major newspapers. And I said, you know what? I'm going to approach them and write for them. And I was just so determined. And I did. And my purpose behind writing for the newspaper was really to impact people's lives. It wasn't a matter for looking for compensation or anything. Those were bonuses, extra bonuses. I just wanted to find a way to reach the masses, to impact people's lives. And I can tell you, there's no amount of money that I can be paid, Laura, that can satisfy me when people come to me and say, oh my God, Corinne, your article did this for me. Your article really gave me a kick in the butt. I've been waiting for this. Somebody can really push me to do this. There's no amount of money in the world that can pay me for that feeling. It means to say that thought, coming back to that thought and vision and belief that I can do it, and it's been done, it became reality. The impact is actually in alignment with exactly what I wanted. So I'm just reaching out to persons and helping them to, share what is going on with them. Another group of people that I want to work with is something that I've started recently, is women in toxic relationships. I'm just coming out of one, and I mean out of 27 years, and I know there are a lot of women who are in toxic relationships. And I want them to use writing as a therapeutic tool to be able to help them to express themselves, to get over what is happening to them, and to be able to help other women. And at the same time, the extra benefit is they can make money from writing their books. So there's so much benefits from doing it. Besides being a therapeutic tool, you can make money, you can impact lives. There's so much you can share. Build a community just like the Women Speakers Association that can really have an impact on the world. So writing, coaching, and speaking, those are my three main areas with persons: women who are in toxic relationship, authors, people who want to write poetry or otherwise.
Fabulous. Oh, thank you for all the good work you're doing, and also walking the talk, believing in the dream and helping others to get there too. So great. I wanted to go over to Barbara and have you share your story and what you do and who you work with and what you do for them.
Thank you, Laura. I help emerging women leaders as well as senior level leaders, in senior level positions, communicate more effectively, hone their leadership style, and if they're an emerging leader, really discover their leadership style, and gain more confidence. I am so passionate about having women understand that they belong at the seat at the table. We need the voice. And I really help them hone in on their communication. Women tend to diminish themselves in their communication. They will pop their head in someone's office and say, hey, I just want to take a minute, or, I'm not an expert in this, but all of that diminishes the gifts and talents that they have. And I see it over and over and over. It doesn't matter if they are just beginning their management role or if they're a CFO. I have a current client right now who is a CFO of a company, and about a mid-range company, and her company went through some challenging times. She was in that. She took it very personally, and we were working on some things to help her see really what her gifts and talents are. We worked on her value proposition. We worked on a lot of things to help her not take everything so personally and understand, look at what you have done, because every company has rough patches, right? And it was fascinating to me that I'm looking at this laundry list of accomplishments that she's had in the last 6 years, and she was unable to own those. She said to me, I can't take credit for that. That was just my team, and I'm just an accountant. And for someone of that stature, for someone who's had the experience and the accolades and the accomplishments that she's had, it shows me that confidence is so massive for women in business, and it sprinkles into their personal life as well. So I am passionate about letting women understand that they deserve that seat at the table, and we need them at the table.
And owning it, yes. And I even noticed in some younger women who are in the corporate world, when they giggle, like, haha, LOL, you know, there's this whole diminishing that goes on just from that, and they have no idea they're doing it. They're coming off that way, and it's really a reflection of that feeling inside. So thank you for that good work. Now, I just want to pull all of this together because you women are a power team here. Here's, you know, what I see, and I'm going to put us all on screen here, because with Lynn, your work on fun in corporate, and Sheila, your work with teachers in school, and Corinne, your work with authors and women who have gone through traumatic experiences and abusive relationship. What did you call it? I'm sorry, you're on mute, but toxic relationships, exactly. And Barbara, your work with the women leaders. I mean, no matter where you are, women in the world, if you need a resource to make the impossible possible, to reach your goals, to go beyond where you thought you could, you have a burning desire within, like Corinne was saying, that we have resources for you right here, right now at Women Speakers Association. I'll put our ladies back on with their URLs there, their websites. Feel free to reach out if someone spoke to you, or join the Women Speakers Association at joinwsa.com. We have a free level of membership waiting for you, and everyone here today who's been interviewed is at the premier level because they really want to impact more women and more leaders in the world. So first of all, ladies, I just want to thank you. I want to thank everyone who's watching, and I want to hear from each of you now on what do you love, or why did you join Women Speakers Association? So let's go over to Sheila.
Oh my gosh, Women Speakers Association has amazing tools, and I mean that. They have tools to help you move into a professional speaking position with ease in a big way. Not only is it that, you're connecting with women all over the world. We all have something in common, and it's so great to bring that out in each other. I love Women Speakers Association.
Thank you so much for being with us. And let's go over to Lynn. I'm going to ask you, what do you love about Women Speakers Association?
Well, I'm a new member, but so far it's given me some tools, things just at espeakers.com I didn't know about. And a day like today, getting to speak with all of you and interact. And I see there are so many other tools on the website that I haven't even begun to get into. And I'm new to the whole speaker gang of people in the world. So having the Women's Speakers Association, being a member of it, is just going to be, I know, a wonderful tool for me.
Fabulous. And Barbara, what's your experience been like with Women's Speakers Association?
Well, I'm a new member as well, fairly new member as well, but I will tell you, it was a no-brainer for me because of the tools, like Sheila said, and the camaraderie. I have met some amazing women in the short amount of time that I've been a member, and they're super supportive, very collaborative, willing to help. I can't say enough about it. I've been in other professional associations where that hasn't been the case. WSA has it for sure.
WSA takes the cake there. Huh?
Takes the cake.
That's great. And Corinne, what do you love about Women's Speakers Association?
Oh, just hanging around women is a joy. A lot of people think that we eat at each other as we go for the jugular, but no, it's not like that. And you know, I love the Women's Speakers Association because it's a great launch pad for your speaking career. I've familiarized myself quite quickly with the back end, you know, all the benefits and features. And I would love to share with Lane and Sheila and Barbara that you need to check out the vision board. I mean, you know, your vision, your stories, you can share all the things that you want to do. And for persons who are thinking about joining, you know, coming back to what I was saying earlier, and a lot of what these women share is that, you know, the thoughts, all the visions, all the ideas that you have, you can put it into a video and put it out there and tell the world, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to achieve. and just the interaction and the support is absolutely awesome.
Well, thank you for making it awesome. All of you are what makes up Women Speakers Association. So we love bringing you out in the world. We love having this time together as women to collaborate and connect and really increase the impact we have and change the world for the better. So thank you all for being here. We'll be back with another episode of WSA TV. You can find more episodes at WSATV.com. And also, if you're watching today and you're not yet a member, and we have a membership waiting for you, a free one at joinwsa.com. We'll see you soon.